If I think I'm in a vanilla situation, I'm like, oh, thank you. But if I thought you were kinky, I would totally tell you where you can get it. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Kayla Lords
John Brownstone.
of Loving BDSM, where we help kinksters like you have happy, healthy power exchange relationships. For us, products can be very helpful and to making us happy and healthy as kinksters.
Enhance things.
Enhances things, yes. We often talk about single sites, single makers, single brands, but we thought it might be fun to start doing some roundups of shops that we've tried and liked and would recommend.
Yeah.
And we are actually going to do, hopefully over time, every so often, some of these specific to Etsy. Not because there's something special about Etsy, but because I really think that not a lot of kinksters are aware that you can absolutely go kink shopping on Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can buy that wall decor for your bathroom and also a paddle. Like, you can do all of the things on Etsy.
Yeah. And, as a maker myself and a small business owner, it's kind of nice to give the small people a shout out, because there really are a lot of fantastic makers out there. Kink folk are a creative bunch.
And we are everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And, some of the things that folks craft and make are really amazing.
Yes. The power of creativity combined with the power of kink, you get superhero level
Yeah.
fuckery.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And as we all know, not every place is right for everybody. So we thought roundups like these might be nice.
Yeah.
If you enjoy this, definitely let us know down below so we know to keep doing this. We're starting with places that we have been either shopping from or recommending for a long time. And then after this one, we hope to find some new ones and try some new ones. And I needed an excuse for us to get more gear and more toys and more fun stuff. I did not. And it's funny because I've known for a while that certain kinky toys were on Etsy. You had seen that, I had seen that.
Sure.
When we were setting up your shop, The Kinkery, we had to sort of make the decision, are we going to have our own site, which we do, or were we going to be on Etsy? I forgot that it's not just toys and physical products. I was doing some research for something that's coming to Loving BDSM soon. Sorry, I'm teasing. I'm not giving any more details. And I ended up on a part of Etsy that was all the digital download workbook, worksheet, planner kind of stuff. And I know that stuff exists on the non-kink side, but here I was deep in the kink world of, wait, I could download that planner specific to my service sub heart. I could do that. And that was when I was reminded again just how much there is, even in a place like Etsy. There are problems with Etsy. Any Etsy maker can tell you that. But it does feel like one of the few platforms where they're like, oh, you're kinky? Follow these certain rules, sure.
Yeah.
We don't always love you, sure. But also, here, come play in our sandbox. So we want to support small businesses, like JB said. We want to help spread the kinky fuckery where we can. So that's what we're doing.
It's always a plus.
I know. That's what we're doing this week. So let's get into it.
Okay.
A disclaimer before we get started. Some of the things we're going to show you were gifted to us. Some were purchased with our own money. We do not make a dime if you shop from any of these places. We're not affiliates. It doesn't work that way.
No.
We're just letting you know who we have worked with and like and the products we've got.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to start with probably the one that we are happy to shout out the absolute most. It is the thing I get the most comments on all the time, and that is Elegantly Owned, and that's where this collar I'm currently wearing comes from. Now, the collar itself was gifted. The lock, which is a stainless steel heart lock with a resin overlay in these beautiful, beautiful colors, we purchased this because the owner of Elegantly Owned posted a picture of this lock, and I know him, and I DM'd him and went, I want one of those. How much are you selling them?
She squealed like a true baby girl.
I got the information. I turned to JB and went, it's this much money. He will hold one for me. If I'm allowed to buy it, am I allowed to buy it? And then I did. So the cool thing about the chains around for the collar is, one, you can get them in custom sizes.
Yeah.
So I don't like anything too close to my neck. He made it long for me. You can get it in a variety of colors to go with this sort of stainless look. I, of course, we all know, chose purple. And then the locks.
Shocking.
I know, right? The locks come in a variety of styles. You can get a plain lock. You can get it all decorated with resin, all that good stuff. Yeah, we love Elegantly Owned. If you've ever watched one of our videos and gone, I really like Kayla's collar. Yeah, Elegantly Owned is where I got it from. Thank you very much. You can do anklets. You can do all kinds of stuff. And different styles of chains. Like,
Right.
when I was on the shop site the other day, there were a ton of options just ready. And then you can always request a custom order as well. Now, don't assume that custom orders can always be done for any Etsy shop. Depends on time, availability, materials, all that stuff. But yeah, Elegantly Owned is our top favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Oh yeah. Part of me, I love this lock, but while I was on his Etsy shop, I was scrolling going,
we
oh,
go.
were there any other really pretty ones? Nothing caught my eye. I'm sticking with this lock for now. But the lock, as a standalone, was not an unreasonable price for a custom, like, this is resin and alcohol ink and beautiful and yeah. And when you get a locking collar from Elegantly Owned, he includes a couple of extra keys.
Yeah.
If you lose one, like you'll see in a recommendation later, you don't have to do what we've had to do with previous collars and cut them off. It's not fun when you have to cut them off.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elegantly Owned, definitely. If you want something that is strong, can be worn in the shower, this is never dulled.
Right.
Shower with it all the time. Yeah, highly recommend. Link is definitely in the description box if you want to shop. The next one was one that you found.
Yes.
It's called My Nawashi. It is a rope Etsy shop.
Yes.
And you bought one of their rope bundle kit things.
I bought one of their kits. Now their rope is primarily jute, and it is some beautiful, beautiful rope. Obviously, going with the purple theme.
We have a brand around here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And a favorite color.
It is beautifully dyed. Uniformity in the dye throughout the rope is amazing. Jute, it's not as scratchy as the hemp. It's got a nice soft feel, especially over time as it's been used and it's taken up body oils. Really, really beautiful rope. And the nice thing is when you order a kit, the kits come with a blindfold.
That's color coordinated.
Color coordinated to the rope.
I just love that part.
Now, Kayla is not fond of blindfolds.
I can cheat with a blindfold. I can usually see,
but
it's no fun.
This she loves. We've used this, other times outside of doing rope.
Oh yeah, you didn't even pull the rope out. You just pulled the blindfold out.
And she just loves this. And, it's amazing. Nawashi does some gorgeous work. They dye all their own rope. And it's just amazing. One of the things I liked about them, there are a lot of rope vendors out there right now, and many of them are good. They are very reasonably priced with their rope and their kits. Doesn't really break the bank.
No, I felt like that was an affordable. What you got at the time was affordable. I was looking at it to prepare for this. I was like, wait, is that one still available? The blindfold pictured on the listing might be different than the blindfold you get because it's just sort of representative. But yeah, they still have the purple and they have other colors and they're deep, rich tones.
Yes.
Like deep jewel gem tones. This is my kind of purple, that deep, dark purple. When it's new, it is a tiny bit scratchy. If you're overly sensitive to scratchy feels, you'll definitely notice it. I definitely notice it. But yeah, it has softened up over time.
Right.
And why I like this blindfold is because it's a soft piece of fabric. When it goes around my eyes, it molds to my face because it's just fabric following the contours of my face. And I can't open my eyes and look
down. Can't cheat, can you?
And I like that. But it's also soft and soothing, where some blindfolds, they're made of leather or they're made of pleather, and you can feel a seam. And I am finding that I tend to be kind of sensitive to stuff like that, and it can sort of niggle at me and cause a nagging but also if I can even look down a little bit and see light and see what's happening at my feet, it feels like cheating. So I do actually like these cloth style
Yeah.
blindfolds. And it's beautiful and pretty and color coordinated. So, of course. And again, links down below. So next on our list is a shop called YB, like honeybee, YB Normal, which is a good question to ask.
Right.
The branding is definitely bee themed. We follow them on Instagram, and a lot of their Instagram posts, even when they're showing off products, are bee themed. So it's really, really cute, really fun.
Yeah.
They sent us a ton of stuff ages ago, like a ton. One, we did giveaways with them, and two, they were just like, here, and it was all delightful. They are a clamp for all the parts that can be clamped, if you know what I mean, and a non-piercing body jewelry company. So if you want jewelry hanging from nipples or other bits and pieces, but you don't want to pierce anything, this is a great option for that. We have several bits, including some Doctor Who themed stuff that just delights my kinky geeky heart. And I know that at one point they were doing custom orders. Again, like any Etsy shop, don't assume, reach out and ask. My favorite types of nipple clamps are, these are called alligator clamps. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay, alligator clamps, mostly because they're not... The discomfort I feel is from the pinch, not from whatever bit of thing is pinching me and going into my skin. Owie, owie. Plus, I'm one of those big nipple girls, and these kinds of clamps tend to do better.
Yeah.
And then what makes them extra special is the detailing. Like, these have cats on them, and they are super, super cute. But then you have things like these nipple rings.
Nipple hoops.
And look, it says daddy and baby girl on it, and isn't it adorable?
Yeah. And, you know, it again, it's cute because, you know, no matter what size, they just slide right up and grab on.
So what we're showing is just like a couple of things. There's so much stuff. And there's body jewelry that can go around waists and hips and boobs. And if you want to add sensation like with a clamp, but you want it to look nice and look pretty and make you feel maybe delicate, maybe adorned, maybe bejeweled, definitely check them out. Some of the things you've received, we didn't pull out. We only pulled out a couple of things. Were hoops for your junk.
Yeah.
And you even have Doctor Who themed.
Doctor Who and a Star Wars theme.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are here for anything that taps into our geeky and kinky sides at the same time. Yeah, it's fun stuff. The clamps, if you are wanting to experiment with nipple clamps, my personal recommendation is to start with these rubber tipped alligator clamps, but there are tweezer clamps and all kinds of clamps. There are clamps specific for nipples. There are clamps that are good for clits and labia and other bits and pieces.
Well, again, the nice thing with these is that, you know, one size doesn't always fit all, and these are adjustable. They have a little thumb screw on here to adjust for different sizes.
And that's what I like about those. So yeah, YB Normal. Excellent, fun, pretty. Gives me all the baby girl feels. I'm here for it. Moving on, this is a sad one. Not because we don't love the shop, we do. The shop is called TwistedSkrews. Link in the places, and we actually got to partake of their merchandise because you won a giveaway on Tumblr ages ago, and you ended up winning what became my first sort of official collar that was locking and didn't just come off. It wasn't just a necklace that you would purchase for me. It is not functional anymore because we lost the key. We didn't know how at the time to get another one. We probably should have just reached out to the owner. We did not.
Well,
and it had to come off for
we had a time constraint at that point.
That's true. That's true.
And I could not pick the lock.
No, you did try.
I tried to pick the lock, could not do it. Basically what it came down to, at the time, she was having an MRI.
Had to come off.
Had to come off. So the only way it could come off at that point was to cut the chain.
It's not completely unfixable. It could be fixed. What ended up happening is I moved on from this collar to other collars. What I liked about this collar is, one, the lock was super cute with a little crown off of the heart. And the chain was so delicate. And I didn't realize at the time, because I hadn't experienced other collars yet other than play collars, that I like a very light feeling around my neck. If it feels heavy, if it feels too close to my throat, I get claustrophobic. It's uncomfortable. And this was what started a whole series of random people complimenting whatever I was wearing and and me not always being in positions where it's like, I don't think they're kinky, so I better just say thank you
Right.
instead of, it's my collar that I got from Twisted Screws. Sort of like my collar from Elegantly Owned. Now it's like, if I think I'm in a vanilla situation, I'm like, oh, thank you. But if I thought you were kinky, I would totally tell you where you could get it. So we like Twisted Screws so much that our first iteration of our wedding bands, which did end up getting replaced for a variety of reasons.
Right.
The ring I got you that somebody has since lost. We have a history apparently of losing wedding bands because I have lost my wedding band as well. Was a ring from Twisted Screws, and
Correct.
it was a spinner ring.
A spinner ring. Yeah.
And I got it engraved on the inside. And I know I said something sweet and wonderful about, like, you're the best daddy. Do I remember anymore? No, because I have the memory of a goldfish. But it came really fast. It was the price that I paid.
yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember thinking, oh, this feels expensive. I was like, this is a wedding band that's a kinkified wedding band.
Right.
Yes, definitely. Let's do it. I got the wrong size.
Well, I had lost
the
a lot of weight
problem.
too at that point.
Yeah. So I
yeah.
can't be mad at Twisted Screws because
No.
we broke my collar and I got the wrong size wedding band that you then
that
lost.
that collar actually held up very well for you. I mean, you never
did.
took it off. You showered in it. You slept in that one.
Yes.
So it was very well made. What happened, nothing to reflect on them. The ring, again, that was a beautiful ring. I loved it. I wished it fit. But at that point, you ordered it a little too big, and I started down a weight loss journey at the time.
Yes, and then we got that, moved twice, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So would I buy something else from Twisted Screws again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I'll say this: as much as I loved Elegantly Owned collars, y'all, I do. Y'all see me wear it all the damn time. However, this has to come off at night because when I sleep, it comes around my neck and it bothers me. That's a me thing. That's not like a problem with the collar. What I liked about this from Twisted Screws while I was wearing it, the chain was so light and the lock was so light that I never had that
You almost
problem.
never felt that it was even there at
I
times.
never felt
yeah.
like it was on. So it went through the shower with me more often than the one I currently wear did. And I really like it for that reason.
Yeah.
I love what I'm wearing now. It suits me color-wise and it feels good and I'm happy with it. But if something happened tomorrow and like I had amnesia and didn't know Elegantly Owned was a thing, I would happily wear Twisted Screws again as well. At Twisted Screws, they do a lot of customization and personalization, so engraving and getting your titles and your labels and being able to say what you want to say on the jewelry or whatever you purchase. So I like that option as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final one is not for gear or collars or body jewelry. This is for our fellow kinky creatives. And also, we just wanted to show this off because it was an Etsy shop. Now, in this case, we are US based for anybody who somehow didn't know. We actually purchased this from Greece. So there was definitely a wait time and there was definitely a shipping charge that was more than a few dollars. But it was silicone molds.
Yes.
Of paddle stuff. Now we are still experimenting. This is stuff we want to sell eventually on the your shop, the Kinky, thekinkery.com. But we had so many problems trying to make prototypes. We're still perfecting how it works. So it hasn't happened yet. So the larger paddle mold, we got at a discount because there was a defect in the mold that didn't affect the resin pour.
Correct.
So I was like, deal, sign me up. And then I was like, well, if we're going to pay all this shipping, let's get some more stuff. And then we saw this mold with little paddle keychains.
Right.
And we've been playing with those as well. And the pour part, not a problem. The color of resin, not a problem. It's the finishing process and making sure that it we're happy with it. And so we absolutely bought this for the shop. I forgot to tell you that part. The shop is called Aphrodite's Boutique.
Yes.
She sells a ton of silicone molds.
She sells molds, but she also works with resin herself. And one of the things that she has done, because I follow her Instagram,
Of course you do.
she makes these little statuettes, and they have like rope on them. Really, really cute.
Oh yeah, she does some really good work. I was stalking her Etsy in preparation for this video, and I was looking for more molds. I was like, are there any molds that
anything new and exciting that jumped out at
that
you,
I'm willing
right?
to pay the price for, because it is coming from Greece. Now, for anybody who's like, why there are mold makers in the US, why didn't you shop from them? You want to know why? Because when we DM'd them, they never DM'd us back. Or one person we did DM, they could make us a custom mold, and it was more than we were willing to spend at the time.
Yeah.
And we did the math, and I was like, we shall order from Aphrodite's Boutique.
It was actually cheaper to order it from Greece and pay the shipping. So
I tend to be very forgiving of small businesses and makers, whether it's on Etsy or their personal site, because especially now, we know how difficult the job can be. We know how wild it can get. You get an influx of orders and you forget everything else. And like, I get it, but also, if I don't get a message back when I'm like trying to spend my money with somebody, I move on.
Yeah.
There's too many other makers out there. And this worked out really well. And we're very happy with what we got from Aphrodite's Boutique. If you are a maker, you want to play with resin, you want to play with other things, you just want things made from resin that might be beautiful or sexy or interesting, definitely check out Aphrodite's Boutique. So these are our recommendations for this time. If you like this, like, let us know, because we have bookmarked several kinky Etsy shops we want to shop from.
yes,
just in general. And we can do that on our own. We don't have to tell you about it. But if you want to hear about other shops, let us know for sure. If you yourself are a kinky Etsy maker, definitely let us know. This is the one time I'm going to say this. If YouTube won't block them, drop your shop name or your link in the comments. It's okay, because we are always on the lookout for more.
Absolutely.
More shops, more places to maybe get more in new kinky things from. But yeah, that's it for us this time. If any of these things look interesting to you, let us know which ones down in the comments. If you have a favorite kinky Etsy shop you like to get your stuff from, let us know who they are. All the links to everything that we talked about are in the description box. If I couldn't find an exact link to the exact product, I linked to something similar. So if anything was interesting to you, you can go look for it and maybe get it yourself.
There you go.
But that's it for us this week.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, we love a thumbs up. If you like it enough to want to come back for more, please consider subscribing.
And once you subscribe, ring that notification bell to get updates of new content.
And if you really like what we do here, want to help us do more of it, get extra content you can't get anywhere else, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/KaylaLords. Bye.